It was a voice I hadn't heard in 3 years. My almost estranged sister called me. "Hey there. How have you been?" Haha. I could hear her irritating, drawn-out voice. Just as I was surprised, my sister quickly started talking. I'd been studying abroad all this time, and I came back about 6 months ago. And when I came back, everyone was saying that my big sister was getting married. And apparently, he's a famous announcer, right? That's awesome. So I thought, let's celebrate this special occasion. What do you think? No, I don't need any celebration from you. Oh, that's mean, haha, don't say that. I'm sure you will be surprised, right? Guess who I'm sleeping with now? Your husband, haha. Her triumphant voice. However, to me, it made no sense. Because my husband is doing a live broadcast though. After this, I would come to realize that I was unwittingly caught up in a troublesome situation. I'm Hannah. Recently, I quit my job as a staff member in the grueling TV industry. It was because I got married. I started a relationship with Tucker, the announcer of the program I was in charge of, and we got married. The job of a program staff member was tough, and my husband asked me to quit and become a full-time housewife. Although I was reluctant to completely let go of the career I had built, I didn't quit the staff entirely. Instead, I started working as a freelance video producer, studying even more on-site. My husband also agreed to this, so we decided to start by opening my husband's YouTube channel. Tucker is handsome and has a good personality, so he opened a YouTube channel as a popular announcer, and it became a hot topic. We promised to work hard together as business partners. However, I still haven't told Tucker something important. My sister, Claire. We used to fight when we were younger, but we were also close sisters who played together a lot. However, my sister began to avoid me somehow. At first, I felt lonely because of it, but as I became a high school and college student, my circle of friends expanded, and I didn't care as much. My sister gradually started to compete with me more. At first, it was about cosmetics. I used brand cosmetics for base makeup and drugstore cosmetics for point makeup, but when I was doing my makeup in the living room, my sister made fun of me. "You, sis, you're still using drugstore cosmetics at your age? How embarrassing. Just leave me alone. The cosmetics here are cute for some makeup. But still, you can't show up in front of everyone with such cheap cosmetics for touch-ups, can you? Haha. You're so annoying." Such exchanges were commonplace. In addition, her boasting about brand bags and brand jewelry was terrible. I was too busy with work to pay much attention to fashion, and I didn't own many expensive items. However, she liked those brands, and I don't know where she got the money from, but she wore wallets, bags, jewelry, and other items one after another. "Sis, did you go to work with that bag again? Seriously, dress appropriately for your age. It's embarrassing as your sister, you know?" What's with you? I'm not as free as you are. I'm busy. Ah, you're so scary. Good job as a corporate slave, haha. She said that and took an attitude of mocking me. However, I wasn't completely disinterested. It's just that work was so busy and tough that I didn't have a chance to wear them anyway, so I refrained from buying them. There was only one time when I bought brand jewelry, and it left a bitter memory. Feeling the stress of work, I was looking at the new collection of brand jewelry to comfort myself when I fell in love at first sight with a necklace shaped like a flower. I wouldn't usually buy such things, but I desperately wanted some healing at the time, so I bought it. After buying it, I enjoyed looking at it in the drawer of my room and wearing it at the wrap-up parties for the program, but one day, after wearing it at the party tidying up, and putting it in the jewelry box when I got home, the necklace disappeared from the drawer. Since I was living with my parents, I asked them and my sister, but they all shook their heads, saying they didn't know. Was it stolen? Did a thief come in without us knowing? But that was all that was missing. There were no signs of the room being ransacked. I asked my family again, but they said nothing was missing. Meanwhile, my sister. Did you drop it somewhere? You're so clumsy, you know? There's no way I did. But you wore it the other day, right? You're clumsy, sis. But I remember putting it away, so there's no way. Well, sis, that cute thing doesn't suit you anyway. If you're going to wear it, why not try harder to look presentable on a daily basis? Haha. Her words made me speechless at the time. However, a few days later, the necklace was found in an unexpected way. Yes. My sister was wearing it. You stole it from me, didn't you? I wouldn't do something like that. Do you have any evidence? Then what's that for? A friend gave it to me. So, does that prove that I stole it? My anger rose at my sister's shameless behavior, and we ended up having a big fight, but my parents told me to be patient because I was the older sister. My sister got angry when her feelings weren't acknowledged, and she even lashed out at things, so I understood why my parents wanted to calm me down. I couldn't accept that, so I left home as if we had a falling out. I didn't tell my family my new address, and I didn't have to endure my sister's sarcastic remarks anymore, so I was able to live comfortably. But my sister's fixation on me would soon become more than I imagined. After moving, I was busy, but I also got a boyfriend. He was a colleague from the same program, a serious worker with good reception at work, and a man named Ken with a beautiful face. I usually only cared about the minimum appearance, but my boyfriend Ken seemed to be interested in me, especially when I put effort into looking good at the wrap-up party, unlike when we were working together. So he talked to me. And after going on dates and spending time together, we officially started dating. I was ecstatic to have a boyfriend for the first time since I was a student. So, I didn't notice that my sister was getting close to my boyfriend. Ken and I contacted each other almost every day and spent the night at each other's houses once a week. But gradually, he started refusing because he was busy. Since we also worked together and were at a good age, I thought it wasn't good to be clingy, so I accepted his words. Of course, I also had feelings for him, so I became timid because I didn't want him to dislike me. And so, we misunderstood each other, and we broke up. However, right after that, I saw it. When I was leaving the company alone, Ken and my sister were meeting up. As soon as they met, they hugged each other, and I was dumbfounded, but the next moment, anger surged within me. Busy with cheating, huh? So Claire knew about us and she was doing it on purpose? Returning home, still not knowing the truth, I was angry and considered asking my sister directly when I noticed a notification from her on my phone. Thanks for the meal, LOL. Accompanied by those words was a nude photo of her and Ken. I was beyond angry. I was astonished. I didn't understand why my sister had turned out this way, but it seemed she harbored a sense of rivalry towards me and wanted to take what was mine. I shouldn't have anything to do with her anymore. With that thought, I sent a brief message asking her not to contact me anymore and blocked her number. Later on, I heard from a mutual acquaintance that Ken and his new girlfriend had broken up. Perhaps because she was my sister, she had been attracted to Ken's looks, but she couldn't tolerate his lower-than-expected income. "I want to marry a handsome, wealthy guy." That was my sister's catchphrase. And so, she competed with me, trying to snatch away boyfriends. Having decided to marry, I thought my parents would introduce Tucker to avoid any suspicions, but I still hadn't talked to them about my sister. It had been 3 years since my sister stole my boyfriend, and I didn't know when or where my marriage news would leak to her. I hope it won't cause any trouble. However, I also realized it would be best to tell my husband as soon as possible. I'll tell him about my sister when he comes home tonight. I sat in front of the TV to watch my husband's live broadcast program. Feeling nervous about what would happen next, I brewed some herbal tea to relax. And then, the live broadcast began. Even after announcing our marriage, my husband's popularity as a host remained high, and the audience was excited whenever he appeared. Seeing that, I couldn't help but smile. At that moment, my phone rang. It was from an unknown number. Wondering who it could be at this hour, I hesitantly answered the call. The voice on the other end was, "Hey there. How've you been, LOL? I hadn't heard from my annoying, drawn-out sister in so long." Before I could even respond, my sister started talking rapidly. "I'd been studying abroad for a while, and I came back about 6 months ago. And when I came back, everyone was saying my big sister is getting married. And isn't he a famous announcer? That's awesome. Do you just want to congratulate me?" Exactly. So I thought, let's celebrate this special occasion. What do you think? No, I don't need any celebration from you. That's mean, LOL, don't say that. I'm sure you will be surprised, right? Guess who I'm sleeping with now? Your husband, LOL. Her triumphant voice. But to me, it made no sense. Because my husband is doing a live broadcast though. There was a long silence between us. Then my sister broke it. Huh? That's impossible. Because he's right here with me, LOL, I'll take a picture and send it to you. The call was abruptly disconnected, and within a minute, a photo was sent. Then another call came in from an unknown number. Stop lying, LOL, face reality, big sis. Or are you just running away from it? I saw the photo, but that's not my husband. That's impossible. He's a popular announcer. His name is Turner, right? Popular announcer, yes, but his name is Tucker. No way. That's a lie. Realizing she had made a mistake, my sister let out a scream-like voice. I looked at the photo again, and there, lying on the bed in a triumphant pose next to my sister, was Turner, a popular announcer from the variety show. My sister, who had been studying abroad, must have been out of touch with Japanese TV trends lately. Thanks to that, she seemed to have misunderstood. "Claire, did you hear about my marriage from Mom?" "Yeah, but..." "I see. So what were you planning to do? Were you going to steal from me again?" "But... I don't get it. My slow sister got married before me. and to a popular announcer. It's so unfair. You're still the same. You say that, but you made a mistake, didn't you? Too bad. It was because their names are similar. I just made a little mistake. Sure. You tried to steal my husband from your slow sister, right? Pathetic. What? You're just a slow, unlucky woman. As my sister continued to rant, I thought about ending the call, but then the tone of her voice changed slightly. Perhaps Turner woke up next to her, as my sister's voice sounded a bit flustered. Why did you wake up now?
Forget that for a moment. What did you mean by the misunderstanding with Tucker?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You said there was a misunderstanding with Tucker, right?
Well, you see, it's kind of like a figure of speech.
Figure of speech? There's no way. What exactly do you mean?
Stop bothering me. It's your fault, isn't it? You said you were a newlywed, a popular announcer, didn't you? I tried to make sure if you were really my sister's partner.
I was a newlywed. But Claire, you invited me, didn't you? Wasn't it you who made me take it seriously?
Huh? It's your fault for taking it seriously. It has nothing to do with me.
You said you loved me. That we should get married. So I believed.
I don't love you. There's no way I'd marry you. You're a creepy guy. I only pretended to be my sister's partner because I had to. And a popular announcer, was that a lie?
That's not a lie either. I may not have the popularity of Tucker, but I'm a popular announcer in variety shows.
Huh? That's just an excuse. What's going on, seriously?
You misunderstood it on your own, Claire.
What's with that way of talking? I don't get it. Why am I listening to this exchange? I listened to their conversation in disbelief and hung up the phone. It seemed like a story that had nothing to do with me, so I decided to watch the rest of my husband's live broadcast. After the broadcast ended and some time passed, my sister called again, but I decided to ignore it. And then, when my husband came home, I told him everything about my sister.
Wow, that's intense.
Sorry. I know you're tired from work, and I'm talking about this.
It's okay. Seeing your face made me forget about the fatigue.
Thank you. I was planning to talk about it today, but then I got a call from my sister, and I thought I should tell you sooner.
Yeah. Listening to the story now, your sister seems like she's about to storm into our workplace.
Yeah. If anything happens, can you call the police right away?
Is it okay? She's your real sister, right?
I cut ties with my sister 3 years ago, so it doesn't matter.
I see. Got it.
My husband listened to each of my stories carefully and accepted them. I realized once again that my husband is someone I can trust. Even if my sister does something, I'm confident that we'll be okay. However, there was no contact from my sister after that. According to my husband, it seems Turner also quit his job. This part is what I heard from my mother. When my sister called, it turns out Turner had already divorced his wife. Furthermore, it seems Turner unilaterally submitted the marriage registration form that he and my sister had written as a joke. But with my sister's declaration of not loving him, Turner also seemed to have lost his mind. He quit his job and is now living while keeping an eye on my sister. My sister, rather than moving on with her life after the divorce, seemed to dislike having a divorce on her record, so they decided not to divorce and continue living together. However, despite attending matchmaking parties in an attempt to find a new partner quickly, it seems she got banned from all of them after Turner revealed that she was married. Now, I don't know how they are living anymore, but it seems they haven't divorced yet. Both my husband and I have accepted that it's my sister's own fault. Now that they won't interfere with our lives anymore, we want to take our time to deepen our relationship as a married couple. Did you like the story? Please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Check out the next video too.